What did I tell you? I told you it was going to be a good movie, and it was a great movie. I enjoyed myself by myself last night at Thor Ragnarok. Dude, I give it, well, I'm going to tell you what I rated after this movie review. But I told you I was going to do it. Now I'm about to do it. Thor Ragnarok Tronic movie review. Let's go ahead and get this popping. I know what you're thinking. The mighty Thor has been captured. How has this happened? How did it happen? That right there was how Thor Ragnarok came on, because he was captured. He was in like a big old cage cocoon with a skeleton. He was talking to it himself. And then Salter, the big old red monster, was talking to him and saying he was about to destroy Asgard. And Thor, he was like, okay, really? So you're really about to destroy Asgard? Well, I'm not about to let you destroy it. Why? Because that's what superheroes do. And then he broke from the chain and started fighting Salter and his minions. And that's when that music started playing. That music, man, that music got everybody in the movie theater hype. He was fighting Salter soldiers, then he was fighting Salter himself, and then he actually defeated him. And once he defeated him, he had his head and put it on his back, and then he got his hammer and flew out of there. But he called Heimdall. Heimdall did not grab them back to Asgard, because Heimdall wasn't even there. He was on the run. Who was there was the Executioner. The Executioner was there, and then he was showing off to the ladies until Thor told him that he needed help to get back to Asgard. So he realized, well, one of the ladies realized that Thor was calling him. So the Executioner got the sword, and then he zapped Thor home. But when Thor got home, everything was different. He went to some part of Asgard where everybody was gathered around for a play. And the play was when Loki died in Thor 2. They actually reenact that scene in Thor Ragnarok last night. It was Loki, Thor, and when Loki died, they had two actors in the movie to portray them. And Odinson was just on the couch eating grapes. He was just eating grapes like, yeah, this is a good play, man. I can't believe I directed a good play. He was on that the whole time, and Thor looking like, what the hell is going on here? And he confronted Odinson because he knew that it wasn't Odinson. How he knew it wasn't Odinson, this is what he did. He threw his hammer, and then he got behind Odinson and was like, we'll see if you're Odinson or not. And hammer, Thor's hammer always come back to him. So he was behind Odinson, and the hammer was about to come and hit Odinson until he was like, okay, you got me. He pushed him out the way, got the hammer, and it was Loki the whole time. He was playing with him. And then words were said, and then all of a sudden they decided to go to Earth. Why? Because that's where Loki's son, Odinson, they father. He sent him to the building, but the building got destroyed. And all of a sudden, a light circle came from under Loki's feet, and then he just fell. And there was a note. Thor, it said it was an address to where Thor had to go. And Thor, he went to the address, and what address it was, you already know. Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange came, and he told him about, so you're looking for your father. He said, I can help you out with that. And during that whole scene he was there, everything was just so weird. It was so strange. Thor was just in there with Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange just made everything weird for him. And all of a sudden, he brought back Loki, which he was following for 30 minutes, which he was saying. And yeah, what else happened? Okay, then Doctor Strange sunk them off to where Odinson was. Odinson, he was in a peaceful place where he was just by himself, and he knew they was coming. He was talking to them, words that exchanged, then he was telling them that his firstborn, not Thor, but Helen, the daughter, was coming to destroy Asgard. And he said it was too late because she's already here. And that's when Odinson evaporated. Once he evaporated, Loki and Thor turned around, and that was Helen. Helen was right there, and man, she was the real deal. She was whooping Thor and Loki's ass single-handedly. And then Loki was like, call us home, executioner, call us home. And then he called him home, but right behind Thor and Loki was Helen. She was coming back to Asgard with him, and she knocked Loki off, and she knocked Thor out of that rainbow thing. And when Helen got to Asgard, she killed Thor's friends. She killed them and then spared the executioner's life. And she was like, you might be useful to me, so let's go. And after that, Thor wound up falling on this weird ass planet. I think it's called Salt something. I forgot the name of the planet. But he fell there, and then that's when the people came and asked him, are you food or are you an enemy? And then he was like something. Then he was like, food it is. So they tried to beat up Thor and they captured him. But all of a sudden, here comes Valkyrie. Valkyrie, she come out of nowhere and was like, wait. Coming out, making an entrance until she was so drunk that she fell off of the ramp. She didn't even make it down the ramp yet. She was like, wait, I got dibs on this one. And then they wouldn't go without a fight, so she beat the hell out of them. Then captured Thor, then flew Thor back to where the Grand Master was. So Thor is in the trail where Grand Master is, and he was just so, what is this place? What's going on? And it was a woman talking to him where he is and what's going to happen to him and when he's going to meet the Grand Master. And like when Thor was about to meet the Grand Master, he was just in the chair just screaming, ah! And when he was screaming, he was just in the room with all of them. He wasn't really nowhere. He was just in the room with him just screaming. And that's another thing I thought too. Throughout the whole movie was just funny. It wasn't too serious or nothing. It was humorous throughout the whole movie, and that's what I liked about it. Anyway, he met the Grand Master, and also Grand Master introduced himself, and when he introduced himself, that's when he seen Loki. He was like, Loki, what you doing here? He said, I arrived here 2 weeks ago. I said, I just arrived here. How did you get here before me? And then Loki was like, you gotta play it cool because I'm cool with the Grand Master. And then once I'm cool with the Grand Master, we can make our great escape. That's when Thor was like, nah, I don't believe that. So he sent Thor off into this little circle room where he met Korg. Korg is the rock guy. And he had a funny voice. Hello, man. My name is Thor. Everybody was laughing in the movie when they heard his voice. His voice made everybody laugh. So yeah, Thor tried to find his way out of here, but it wasn't no way out of there because he was just in a big circle. And then like Loki came and tried to talk to him and was like, we can't go back to Asgard because Helen's there. You saw what she did to her to your hammer? Oh, by the way, when they first got encountered with Helen, he threw the sword at Helen and she crushed the mother thing. She crushed the motherfucker. The hammer got destroyed. Mjolnir got destroyed and she crushed it. I'm like, wow. Wow, she's the real deal. They got something on her hands with this one. But anyway, fast forward back. So they got Thor, and Thor was up to fight. And he saw Valkyrie again, and he tried to talk to her. He was like, you're Asgardian too. And then he was like, oh, you're such and such. I always wanted to be one of y'all growing up, but things changed. But she wasn't having it because she was still drunk and stuff like that. Then he was like, how can you say you're an Asgardian and you keep on turning your back on us and you're a traitor? He was calling her a traitor and everything. Then she zapped him again, and then that's when they took Thor off and they cut his hair, in which he looks good in his new hair. When they arrived in the stadium where they was going to fight each other, that's when Thor met his best friend once again. The Incredible Hulk came, and when he came to, man, he was different. Why? He can talk in complete sentences now, which I love. He can talk in complete sentences. He was getting all the crowd wrapped up. He was like, yeah, I'm the man in this piece. And then Thor was like, yes. Everybody was like, huh? And then he was like, hey, Grandmaster, we know each other. He's a friend from work. He was like, Loki, look who's here. It's Hulk. And when Hulk seen Loki up there, Loki was like, oh my God. He was nervous. He was like, oh God, there he go. He started having nightmares again. Loki was scared as hell as Hulk when Hulk seen him. But then when Hulk and Thor was fighting, they were just fighting, and people were shocked that Thor was kicking Hulk's ass, and Hulk was just kicking Thor's ass. Thor was about to lose. He was about to lose until that God of Thunder came out of him. His eyes started to light up, and then thunder started rising from his self, and that's when he had Hulk on the ropes. And then it looks like Thor was about to win until Grandmaster shocked him. And then Hulk just went ahead and just smashed him, which he won. And then when, I skipped the part. Hela, she introduced herself in Asgard, and that's when all of the Asgardian armies were surrounding them. They was like, leave now, or suffer the consequences. She was like, okay, I tried to be nice, but now I got no choice. So she whooped every last one of the Asgardian soldiers' ass. She killed all of them. Bad ass. I was like, damn, she's the real deal. Alright, fast forward. So Thor and Hulk is in the same room, and then there was like no hard feelings. He's like, yeah, no hard feelings. And then that's when Hulk was talking in complete sentences. He was like, man, what you been up to? Thor was like, what you been up to, Hulk? He was like, yeah, the jet. And then he was explaining how he got on the planet. And man, basically he been the Hulk for 2 years. He has not changed back to Bruce Banner in 2 years. And it's been 2 years since Age of Ultron, because they said it in the movie. He was like, man, it's been 2 years. Dang, so 2 years went by and he has been Hulk for 2 years. And they was also going back and forth, like the little kids. They was like, nah, you stop yelling at me, you stop letting me, no, you're stupid, that's why nobody likes you, going back and forth like that. And then like after the argument, they both settled down, they calmed down, they was like, hey man, I'm sorry, I ain't mean none of that stuff. And then such and such, and then he was like, yeah, Thor's like fire, Hulk's like raging fire. The competition is there. And Thor was thinking of a plan for the Hulk to leave, but for him and the Hulk to escape. But Hulk was like, nah, I'd rather stay here. But he was like, no, man, you gotta come with me and stuff like that. And that's when Valkyrie came, and Hulk had the idea. Valkyrie came, and the Hulk, they was playing with each other and stuff like that, buddy. And that's when Thor was around the corner, and he tried to talk some sense into her too about helping them escape. So she wasn't having it neither, because she still was rebellious against it. But Thor went into his own hands and just jumped out the window and went to the helicarrier himself. He went there himself and then tried to escape the planet. But then when Hulk seen Thor escape, Hulk was like, Thor, don't leave, don't go. Thor stayed. But then Thor pressed the button, and once he pressed the button, because Hulk was destroying this helicarrier because of his size, when Thor accidentally pressed that button, that's when Black Widow came up again. And from Age of Ultron, she was saying, come on, big guy, turn this thing around so you can come back home. And when Hulk seen that, he went berserk, he went ballistic and changed back into Bruce Banner. And then once Bruce Banner found out that he was the Hulk for 2 years, he started to freak out. Not only did he freak out from that, but he freaked out from noticing that they're on a different planet. And Thor tried to calm him down the whole time. And that's when Bruce was like, man, how can I calm down when I'm on another planet? And I was the Hulk for 2 years. He was like, if I change back into the Hulk again, I probably won't change. I probably won't go back to being Bruce Banner. Basically, he was saying he was the Hulk for 2 years, and he felt the Hulk taking over him instead of Bruce Banner taking over the Hulk. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of weird. But then that's when Valkyrie seen them, and then they went to that little spot and met Loki there tied up. So that's when all four of them designed a plan to escape, which the escape did work. But then Loki tried to, like, how he always do with Thor. He tried to always, how can I say it? He tried to trap him again, trust him and then betray him again. But this time it didn't work. Why? Because Thor took that zapping thing that was on his neck and put it on Loki. And once he put it on Loki, that's when he trapped Loki, and that's when Thor got in Grandmaster's jet and flew off the island, off the world. But then that's when Bruce and Valkyrie was in the same, they was in a similar carrier too, and they was following right behind them, but they was being pursued. So that's when Valkyrie boosted Bruce up into the Grandmaster's plane with Thor, and Valkyrie, she did her thing too with destroying all the enemies, behind them, and that's when Thor went out and helped her destroy them too, while Bruce was flying the plane. And then they both got back on the plane at the same time, and that's when they went into the Devil's Anus. That's a weird name, but that's what they said, the Devil's Anus. It was a big old red cloud that they was going into to get back to Asgard. They went into it, and then they got back to Asgard. Once they got back to Asgard, then they found out that Helen was about to take over, and she was about to destroy Heimdall and get that sword to go to other realms and destroy them too. But that's when Thor and Valkyrie had a plan. Thor, he was on the throne in the chair with Odin's son sword. That's when Helen seen him, and then they started fighting. All of a sudden, Helen's army and the people of Asgard started to fight them on that Rainbow Bridge, and definitely Helen's big dog too. Helen's big dog, I don't know what the name is, but he was about to go and tear up everything until Bruce was like, okay, that's why I got to step in now, because there was no defense against that giant dog. But once that giant dog was running throughout the whole rainbow carrier thing, or the rainbow road, that's when Bruce Banner turned back into the Hulk and threw that big dog off of the bridge. And then he was beating him up down there, while Valkyrie, she was helping out, kicking Helen and her army's ass, kicked their ass, and then the Executioner, he got all of the people back on board to get off of the planet because it was about to get destroyed. And that's when Thor, Valkyrie, and Loki and Korg, they all formed a little group, and they left Grandmaster's planet too and arrived on Asgard to help them out. But still, Hela was too strong for him, and she was about to kill Thor until Thor went to talk to Odin. Odin was like, Asgard is not a place. Asgard is the people. So when Thor realized that, that's when his god of thunder power started to come back in, and then he was electrifying and was giving Hela a run for his money, but she was still too strong for Thor and Valkyrie. So what they thought of is that they're going to bring back Surtur, because Surtur, he is the big red monster that was going to destroy Asgard anyway. So all the people left Asgard, and he resurrected, Loki resurrected Surtur. Surtur resurrected, he was destroying everything, and that's when Thor and Valkyrie kicked Helen off the thing, or kicked her into where Surtur was. And then Surtur seen it. Helen tried to destroy Surtur, but it wouldn't work. So Surtur just went ahead and destroyed Asgard. And that's when Thor and Valkyrie and the Hulk. Speaking of the Hulk, he got back on that bridge after he beat up that dog, and he seen Surtur destroying Asgard. So he ran up to Surtur and tried to beat him up, but Surtur just threw him aside. And then Thor was like, Hulk, for once in your life, don't smash anything. Then he was like, but it's a big red monster. He was like, no, don't smash him. Then he was like, fine. So all three of them got on the ship where the Asgardian was, and then Helen did not die. She was coming out the water, trying to stab Surtur and everything, but Surtur was like, Asgard is doomed. I'm the doomsday of Asgard. So he just went ahead and destroyed Asgard and Helen too. So, and definitely Thor and everybody else was looking at Asgard being destroyed, and then they realized that, hey, we're going to have to rebuild. Well, not rebuild, but they're just going to have to move and find another place. So that's when Thor, everybody was looking at Thor. Thor was sitting on the seat of the of that ship, he was the king now, so everybody was surrounded. He was like, "Where to, king?" And he was like, "I don't know. How about Earth?" So they all decided to go back to Earth, and that was the end of the movie. Yep, that was the end of the movie. And after the credits, there was a scene. Loki and Thor was saying, "You think we should go back to Earth?" "I don't think it's a good idea." He was like, "Yeah, we can go back to Earth." But he said, "Well, let me rephrase it. Do you think I should go back to Earth?" That's what Loki said. And then he was like, "Apparently not, but we'll make it work." And then all of a sudden, the big ship, it was a big giant ship that was about 1,000 times bigger than their ship, arrived in front of them. And then the movie ended. And that was Thor Ragnarok in a nutshell. Oh yeah, I should have warned everybody that if they did not want to know what was going to happen, I should have told them to leave the video right now. But oh well, spoilers was in this video, spoilers everywhere. But yeah, basically that's Thor Ragnarok. I give Thor Ragnarok a 5 out of 5. Yes, that movie was awesome. Not only was it action-packed, but it was hilarious throughout the whole movie. It was it was no like too serious or too funny. It was just serious a little bit, but it was mostly funny. That's what made it great to me. That's what made the movie much greater. But yeah, Thor Ragnarok, I encourage everybody to go out there and see it, because y'all won't be disappointed at all. Oh yeah, and another thing, I like when he was fighting too, when Thor was fighting, when he became the god of thunder, was fighting Hela and her armies. That's when that music came back in. That music, man, I'm gonna have to download that music, because that music got everybody hyped again, man. Thor was kicking ass when that music came playing. Yeah, man, I like that music. And yeah, post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys thought, and let me know when y'all see it. Let me know what y'all thought about it, and comment on this video, and let me know y'all thoughts. If y'all enjoyed my movie review Tronic style, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Next up is Justice League. 3 million subscribers. I'm out of 7,000. See ya.